to Succulent House. If you are new here in this channel, Succulent House is all about my passion for succulents, cacti, and of course, gardening. So good morning, napakaganda po ng ating morning today. Napaka-araw, Mr. Sunlight is here. And this is the community, medyo konti ang tao na dumadaan. I hope that you guys are all safe, sound, and please do stay at home, quarantine yourself, isolate yourself from the world. And of course, if there's a good thing about this COVID-19 situation is that we have all the time now to be with our babies. Ayan. So as you can see in the channel, I'm actually trying to be positive sa mga nangyayari sa mundo ngayon, and I know that you guys are also probably as scared as I am. Everything is uncertain, everything is put on hold. Lahat ng ating mga trabaho, classes, everything is put on hold at the moment. But also on the positive side of that is that we get to value the things and do the things that we love most, the things that we have been setting aside, including gardening. So ang pag-uusapan natin today ay tungkol sa sunlight. So ayan. Say hi. Okay. So tungkol sa sunlight. So let us talk about low light and high light succulents. How much sunlight o gaano ba kalakas na araw ang kailangan ng ating mga succulents? So kung ready na kayo, let's do this. Okay, so let's first start with sunlight. Yung ating mga succulents po ay nangangailangan ng sunlight. They cannot thrive without light, but there are two kinds of succulents. There's high light succulents and there are low light succulents. So, ano nga ba yung mga high light succulents? So, kaya ko dito tinuro is because you can see here the low light succulents and the high light succulents. Paano natin madidistinguish or paano natin malalaman kung ang succulent na meron tayo are high light succulents or low light succulents? So, let's start with high light succulents. So, dito muna ako. Highlight succulents, mostly lahat po ng ating mga echeverias are highlight succulents, meaning medyo kailangan nila ng mas mataas na sunlight. So dito ko nilagay itong mga succulents na to kasi they get as much morning sunlight compared sa ibang areas ng aming balcony. Now, so yung ano nga ba yung mga highlight succulents? So first, you need to distinguish ano yung shape niya. So, highlight succulents usually are rosette type succulents or lahat ng echeveria. They do need morning sunlight. They can tolerate up to afternoon sunlight. Basta, kailangan acclimated sila sa afternoon sunlight. Pero kung hindi nyo naman sila na-expose sa afternoon sunlight, morning sunlight like 4 to 6 hours will be enough for them. Another thing to identify if highlight succulents ba is your colors. Ayan. Kapag hindi green ang color ng iyong tanim or dark green ang color ng iyong tanim, like this blue echeveria, this Mencia, this one, and this echeveria hybrid of Lola, and even itong Bashful, and this Monroe, and also this blue succulent. Since they're not green, mas kailangan nila yung mas maraming succulent because the greener the leaves are, diba, it produces photosynthesis and food for them. So kailangan tingnan niyo yung color ng succulent collection ninyo. Kung green siya, pwede tayo sa low light succulents, and then kung pink, violet, or blue, expose them to more sunlight. Like what I did in this area. If you notice, yung mga lighter colors, nilagay ko dito sa harap. And then, the greener colors nandito sa likod, and yung medyo mas darker green colors nandito sa likod talaga because they get less sunlight compared to the ones here on front. Ito medyo nagtatampo kasi itong plant ko nung niripat ko, kaya ireripat ko rin yan today. And ganun din sa situation dito sa baba. The different colors are here on front, the greener ones there, and yung green nandoon. So, bakit ko siya inorganize ng ganyan? Kasi nga, yung sun requirement ng echeveria, depende sa color ng echeveria ninyo. So, the greener it is, the lesser light it needs. And, okay siya sa morning sun, okay din siya sa afternoon sun. So, let me bring you here. Ito yung aking mga dish garden. So, nilagay ko siya dito kasi dito pinakamatagal yung morning sunlight. Hanggang noon time. Hanggang noon time, meron tayo ditong sunlight. So, if you notice, this one, I combined it with green and blue one. Kasi, this is an Echeveria agavoides. And I think it can tolerate naman up to the lunch or the noon time sunlight. If you go over here, I have the the lilacina. Blue rose. And I have my super bomb here. And same thing here, I also have my echeverias here. Um, Mas nagugustuhan ng mga succulent like the black prince and echeverias. Mas gusto nila yung more sun exposure, kaya dyan ko sila nilagay. Same goes in this area. Ngayon, dito, mas konti yung sunlight na makukuha nila. I think only 4 hours dito sa area na to. Yung dito naman sa area na to can last until 1 p.m. So, diyan ko nilagay. Pero ito, they can get 4 hours here. Now, if you notice, I'm going to move my camera up here. Ito na yung greener succulents ko. So, most of these are green kasi yung sunlight, if you notice, nauunang tumama dito sa area na to. Then, bababa siya doon sa baba. So, dito yung mga green succulents. Ito yung ating mga low light succulents because they are dark green in color. So, they actually needed lesser sunlight, even yung limifolia ninyo. Actually, Haworthias, they are low light succulents. So, let's talk about low light succulents naman. I'll move my camera here. So, these are my low light succulents. If mapapansin niyo yung trend, halos lahat Haworthias. Now, Haworthias are low light succulents. They can thrive even if mga 2 hours sunlight lang. So, I would suggest that you put your Haworthias in an area where may sunlight pero mas lesser yung time, like 1 to 2 hours, okay na sa kanila yon. They can produce, magpo-photosynthesize na sila kahit ganun lang kakonti yung oras. So, again, I would reiterate Haworthias, and these guys are low light succulents, except for this one. It actually changes color the more that you expose this to more sunlight. So, nagiging violet siya. And, you can put this in and expose this to more sunlight. Kaya naman niya as long as hindi biglaan sinanay ninyo and inacclimate ninyo ng dahan-dahan. Okay? What else? So, I think yun lang naman yung importance ng knowing ng what do you call that? Sunlight. Like this one, this topsy-turvy is actually an experiment. This is a project my husband is working on. And experiment pa lang to, kaya hindi namin tinapos. Kasi hindi namin sure if kayang i-tolerate ni topsy-turvy and ni ang isang echeveria yung light dito and at the same time yung watering ng ulan and all. So, ito yung proof na kayang-kaya talaga nila yung afternoon sun and also yung ulan sa Philippines. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed my video today. Sana po may natutunan kayo. And I hope that while we are all in quarantine, while we are all, staying at home, spend more time with your succulents and enjoy gardening. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!